2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at Boston, they've been executing at a high level. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. And tonight, Shaq, we're going to see Gordon Hayward, one of the most versatile, talented swingmen in the league.
First, Ernie, let's give this guy a hand clap.
All right.
Great
hand clap.
Yes.
How about a round of applause?
Yes,
A round of applause. There you go.
You know, great to see him back in action. Takes a lot of courage to overcome that kind of injury.
Yes, he's tireless worker, and I love his game. He makes improvements to his game every single year, so this will be a lot of fun.
And now it's time for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. You take a look at the 76ers. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
And they need to play much better tonight than they did in the first game. This is the second of 4 games between them this season, so a team they'll face often, they want to keep it competitive.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a chance for them to make a statement tonight. They're looking to bounce back and answer back.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, you know, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't, you're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job at managing the bodies of their players.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Fultz and Redick are in the backcourt together. Covington at the 3 and Saric at the 4. And it's Muscala in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Saric with it. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Toronto.
I think the offensive game of Saric is really good and continues to evolve. Encouraging to see him be aggressive inside.
Irving kicks to Horford. And a miss there on the triple. Covington in the corner. Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Covington's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Boston off to a slow start. 7-point differential. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And then Brown with the dunk.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
Now here's Saric. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Redick. Good work defensively by Horford.
allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Now Fultz. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Outside, Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Right wing. Here's Fultz. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And now look at Jason Tatum. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
From 15 feet away, and another basket for Boston.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
And Saric kicks to Redick. It's good.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Here's Irving after J.J. Redick's bucket. Here's Hayward. Rebound by the 76ers.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the basket is good. Muscala's got his first 2 points.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
And he makes both free throws.
And there's so much that Tatum does well. I mean, he shoots it well, rebounds, passing, playing defense. I mean, he's the complete package.
Now here's Saric. 76ers moving the ball around. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. In fourth, the Celtics.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Outside Irving. It's rebounded by Fultz.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Muscala. Fultz kicks to Saric. And stolen by Horford. Here's Hayward. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
The 76ers lead it. Fultz the pass to Saric. Over Tatum. The shot by Saric, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Covington's shot is off. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. And they take the lead. 6 points for Jason Tatum.
And Tatum is pretty calm out there. He does not rattle easily. Incredible concentration in the face of hardcore defense there.
Now here's Covington. Redick for three. Horford with the rebound. Brown against Redick. Brown kicks to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his third assist on the night. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Chandler's checked in. Fultz kicks to Covington. To stop the run, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
Fellas, the defensive pressure they've been applying has really been paying off. Turnovers and points.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And the first one drops. A bit of an up-and-down season for Covington last year. Great 3-and-D player overall, though.
Yeah, very good in those areas. He started out really hot, Kevin, and then was on his way to what looked like a breakout year, and his confidence waned with his shot, kind of like a golfer struggling with his putter. But this guy, because he defends, he has good size, and he does have a good shot, I think he'll bounce back nicely.
In NBA history, only a handful of rookies have averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Clark, you were one of them.
Yeah, it's a point of pride for me. Obviously wasn't able to be part of a playoff team in the short time I played, but did distinguish myself individually for the short time I played, and that's fairly select company. You talk 2010 guys as rookies, and that's a pretty impressive list to be on. Actually, one of my peers, Terry Cummins, is also part of that first-year 2010 group.
You talk about names: Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Bird, Shaq. I mean, what great names.
Yeah, some phenomenal names, no doubt about it. Glad to be on that roll call list.
Free throw good from Fultz. And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season as well. So he's going to have to restart in year 2.
And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Boston making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. T.J. McConnell comes in for Markelle Fultz. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times, was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
Horford has a wide-open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Horford's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The 76ers trail by 6. And here's McConnell. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Five to shoot. Passes it to Korkmaz. From deep. Offensive rebound. And the shot is good from Johnson.
You know, you look at Johnson, he's in that upper echelon when you talk about offensive rebounders, so you've got to account for him.
Smart kicks to Tatum. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Over Crawford. Horford, no luck. And Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with the coach who you believe is the right one for your group. Very impressive work by the Sixers. You know, injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice comes in for Tatum. Here's Crawford. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Over Smart. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Chandler kicks to McConnell. In the corner, it's Crawford. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics leading by 6. Smart up top, guarded by Crawford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good. And Greg was smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
Clark, give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put out extra effort and go the extra mile.
Man, there's so many guys that fall into that category, Kevin. It's almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance and joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great examples. And Wilson Chandler, one of those talented guys who's battled injuries, Clark, throughout his career.
He's one of those guys you love watching play because all he does is try to win and make winning plays. He can give you good minutes, not much of a scorer, but he's a better playmaker and a better wing defender now, too.
And he sinks the second.
A versatile forward with a really nice, well-rounded all-around game. I mean, Chandler plays with great energy on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Rozier. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. The pass to Tice. Johnson against Smart. Shot clock at 5. Tice.
You know, dependable at defending multiple positions, Chandler has great value because of that defensive versatility.
Crawford outside. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Crawford's got his first basket.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
Here's Baines. He's guarded by Johnson. Chandler goes in, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A very active player. Chandler loves to drive inside and draw that contact on the way up.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
And he makes the first. Irving's checked in for Rozier. He doesn't get the second one.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Smart. That one off the back iron and out. The 76ers trail by 4. Chandler down low. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Johnson up top. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Kyrie Irving 3rd.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And that one misses.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position. And That's a great tool for any team to have.
Good on the second free throw. Now, here is Irving. He picked up 39 points in their last one against Charlotte.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
The Celtics have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
The first one falls.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the stripe.
McConnell finds Chandler. To the inside. And it's Crawford, top of the key. McConnell in the corner. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Irving. Morris outside. Pass to Smart. Crawford with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Trying to get open is Johnson. The shot by McConnell, no good.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Crawford with the steal. Three-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from the place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and, I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And welcome back as we continue our Christmas Day matchup. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Wilson Chandler out there with Korkmaz. Then it's Amir Johnson, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. And the 76ers also making a change. Sharge checked in for Korkmaz. Chandler outside. Kicks it to Crawford. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from McConnell. So it's Boston now. Here's Irving. There's the dish to Morris. Hayward outside. Back to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Now, here's McConnell. Here's Sharge. Morris with the rebound. Irving looking for an opening. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Hayward from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Hayward's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
McConnell passes to Chandler. Over Irving. Chandler, no good. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Hayward kicks to Irving. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Irving's got 9 points.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Chandler outside. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. He has 5.
Yeah, you'd have to categorize Wilson Chandler as an average outside shooter, so it's important that he keep taking and making these perimeter shots.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
How can you not be a fan of T.J. McConnell if you like grit, tenacity, always ready to help his team? He's a fan favorite because he plays with such a competitive edge, even when most of the time he's outmatched physically. Extremely scrappy and heady. He played his college hoops at Arizona, and he's got a long future in front of him in the NBA.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star, and if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines. Jason Tatum comes in for Morris. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. Now here is Horford. He had 13 points in the win against Charlotte. Arizona guards know how to get it done, and McConnell is no different.
No, he's really been surprisingly good at this level because of his toughness, his smarts, and he's actually gotten better with his little mid-range shot. His vision is outstanding, his defensive tenacity really good. I mean, this guy has proven that he's a rotational player of value in this league.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Hey, Kevin, somehow, some way, this guy makes these tough physical baskets and just drops your jaw with the way he does it.
Rozier, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
Now, here's Rozier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hayward kicks to Rozier, fires the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Fultz with the ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Muscala. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Muscala's got 5.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Hayward finds Horford. Pulls it from the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Philadelphia's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him. Back to Muscala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Redick for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Shoots over Covington. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Hayward's got the game tied up here for Boston. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. Fultz the pass to Šarić. Great D that time from Tatum.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
How about the pace that Tatum plays with, Kevin? Excellent. I mean, when he's feeling it, he can pull up effortlessly off the dribble. Nice.
Now here's Redick. He had 15 points last outing. Feeds to Fultz. Another shot. That shot no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Inside. Here's Horford. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Yeah, they pushed the pace, and typically you get high-quality shots when you do that. I thought they were terrific all game, Greg.
Here's Redick following the basket by Jaylen Brown, and Redick kicks to Fultz. Here's the floater, and the layup is up and in. Fultz has got 9.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Tatum at the elbow. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Fultz. 9 points in the game so far. Clock at 6. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 5. To the middle. Now Rozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Fultz the pass to Redick. Poked away. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Brown throws it down.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
And the 76ers call time here. Austin making a switch here. Tice is checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz is checked in. Redick against Brown. The feed to Muscala. Looking to end the run. And it's good on the layup. Muscala's got 7 points in the game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Now here's Brown. Horford to the wing right side. Three-pointer. Tice, no good. The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Korkmaz. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A floater, and it's sent back by Horford. Here's Rozier. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Markelle Fultz. For Boston, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Terry Rozier will be at the line shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Rozier. Marcus Morris is checked in for Daniel Tice. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the 76ers. And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers trail by 10. Fultz kicks to Muscala. Back to Fultz. Yep, that one goes. He's got 11.
You know, Fultz handles contact really well for a young player. Excellent at staying under control and then finishing through the contact.
Now, here's Rozier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. On the wing, Brown, covered by Redick. The kick out to Tatum. Just 3 to shoot. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists tonight.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 11. Pass to Muscala. To the middle. Here's Korkmaz. Chandler trying to free himself up. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Korkmaz. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Tatum. Back to Rozier. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Redick passes to Fultz. With the teardrop. Rebound Boston.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And it's Brown missing. The 76ers trail by 12. Korkmaz kicks to Chandler. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. And Smart subbed in for Brown. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Now, here is Muscala. He's got 7. And here's Fultz. Over in the corner, Chandler. The 76ers again can't hit it. Celtics leading by 12. To the middle, here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum finding his groove now. He's got so much potential, Kevin.
Philadelphia's gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Crawford drives in, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Irving's checked in for Boston. Philadelphia also making some changes. Johnson comes in for Mike Muscala, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Markelle Fultz. And stolen by Irving. 19 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's McConnell. Chandler dishes to Crawford. With 1 on the clock, count that one. Crawford's got 7. And so it's Boston, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Some great work from them with the 3-ball. They came in with the idea that they can attack this D from long range. They were rotating the ball on the perimeter and letting it fly. And they got a good look. It's a strategy that paid off with a barrage of threes. That's my barrage sound, Ernie.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense foul.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Celtics leading by 12. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Horford is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Now here's Saric, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Great D that time from Tatum.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
The 76ers trail by 14. Fultz with the ball. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Hayward. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And that one's good, Irving.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now Muscala dishes it to Saric. He feeds it to Fultz. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside, and Hayward at the stuff.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
At the line with 1 shot.
Right around 1.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Fultz kicks to Redick. The pass to Muscala. Here's Fultz. He's got 11. Outside, Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Over Irving. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 7 points in the game. And it's Irving with the ball for Boston. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A. thanks. Brown, good.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and you know, the ball moves faster than anybody's can, so that great ball movement and decision-making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
And the 76ers call time here. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Taking a look at Boston. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And, of course, the 76ers, a couple spots below.
And, you know, for the Celtics, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now, here's Covington, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. No coverage that time. Muscala's got 10 points in the game.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And Hayward gets it to go.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Saric after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Over Tatum. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Pass to Brown. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
And here's Fultz. 11 points in the game. Pass to Redick. And taken away by Brown. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 6 assists in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Redick for 3. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And Jaylen Brown was giving quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
Count that one. 18 points for Gordon Hayward.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Fultz kicks to Muscala. Pass to Saric. Shot to stop the run, and he hits the jump shot. Saric has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, you know, Saric can get it done just about from anywhere, and he's comfortable firing from mid-range, too.
Lets it go. Rebound by the 76ers.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat-out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Now, here is Irving, guarded by Fultz. Tice passes to Irving. Tice kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's Boston converting.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Marcus Morris is checked in for Horford. Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Muscala. Chandler comes in for Saric. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Markelle Fultz. Chandler finds Crawford. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Here's Covington, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Covington takes the 12-footer and hits. Covington's got 7 points.
You know, for a 6'9" forward, Covington really handles the ball well. I mean, you can trust him with the rock.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
And the Celtics making a change here. Baines is checked in. On the wing, Chandler. He has 5. Yep, it counts. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. A moment now to see the numbers for Rozier. Averaging 9 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And the first one drops. Clark fast break fundamentals, center the ball, run 2 wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the 3 in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
See a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the 3 instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
You know, Kevin, these guys have been playing well here at home, and this is exactly the sort of momentum they want to take with them as they head out for this upcoming set of games on the road.
Free throw good, Wilson Chandler. And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Boston. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
There's Crawford with the 3. And Rozier pulls it down.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Here's Morris, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Now, here's McConnell. He kicks it to Crawford. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And Jamal Crawford closing in on 39 years of age. Clark, he doesn't look like he's aged a day.
He does not. Baby-faced assassin. This guy is so good and so smooth. And you're right, he's been an ageless wonder. Great maturity, a really good teammate, and obviously an outstanding scorer. I think he'll be playing this way and looking like he looks 10 years from now, Kevin.
And that one falls for Crawford. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Just his first attempt. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Baines has got his first bucket in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
There's the pass to Rozier. Kicks it to Smart. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Morris right side. Pulls it up. And that one hits back iron. Philadelphia has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Chandler, no good. The Celtics shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Puts it up from 12, and it's Rozier missing. Philadelphia shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's McConnell. The teardrop falls in. McConnell's got his second basket of the night.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Smart kicks to Tice. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Smart. And he gets it to go. Smart's got 8.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
Yeah, and even with the defender hovering all over him, Greg, he would not be denied.
Now, here's McConnell. Johnson, wide open, he fires. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Morris. That shot missing. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Now, here's McConnell. He dishes it to Johnson. Pass to McConnell. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 4 rebounds in this game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smart, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Smart's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Now here's Crawford. He's got 10. Takes a 3. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Amir Johnson. Jared Bayless is out there with Jackson, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. Deep 2 from Bayless. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Tice. Knocks it loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Here's Bayless. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
Now here's Bayless, and the shot is good. Bayless has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia.
And, you know, Bayless is not just a perimeter player. I mean, he never backs away from chances to get close to the basket for these interior opportunities.
Johnson against Smart. Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, wow. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Boston.
At the line with 1 shot.
Shooting 1.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Irving against Jackson. Johnson down low. Floats one up. Outside for Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Over Irving. Jackson misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Philadelphia shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. You know, every coach talks about playing team basketball, Clark. When it comes to the fans, they really come out to see the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
Well, I think fans enjoy elite players and great talent across any sport. But they also recognize that team play is critical to winning. So I think it's a combination. Fans, I think we've got to give them a little more credit. Sure, they want to see the stars play, but they want to win, and they know to win, teams have to be about team basketball, not just highlighting and enjoying the stars.
So it's the Celtics now. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Here's Irving. Buries it down low.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
And here's Bayless. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Jackson in the corner. Baines with the block. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Morris with the ball, and that one's good, Irving.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Bayless from long range. Another three for Philadelphia.
Really, the three ball is an important part of Bayless's offensive game. When he's connecting from there, it gives him a lot of space for drives, but also to create shots for his teammates.
Now, here is Morris. Poke loose. Here's Korkmaz. Out left to the wing. Jackson against Irving. Jackson down low. The shot's good. Here's Wanamaker. A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team. And usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. And sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them. So that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
Brown is checked in for Morris. Johnson kicks to Korkmaz. Off target with his three. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Wanamaker. Nailed from three-point land. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Down low, here's Jackson. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Irving kicks to Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
Celtics. Jaylen Brown will be at the line shooting 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
No good on that one. You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in player salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
The kick out to Irving. Celtics passing it around. Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Johnson. Shots good by Baines.
And, these are easy ones. Once you're this close, it's academic.
Here's Covington. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Irving passes to Brown. Launches it. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown. 23 points for Kyrie Irving.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Passes it to Covington. There's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Jackson from long range. Another three for Philadelphia.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Here's Irving, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Irving's got 16 here in the second half.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Here's Jackson. Softly drops in the floater.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Jackson against Irving. Tice kicks to Irving. Back to Tice. Out to the right wing. 3 on the clock. The shot from 20 feet away. And that misses badly. Air ball. Now the pass to Johnson. Outside for Jackson. Another three for Philadelphia.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Down low. It's tipped. Covington with it. You look at rebounding now, Clark. Teams relying less on one guy and more on collective team rebounding, especially, it seems, on the defensive end.
Yeah, and you think about it, Kevin, with the space and pace game, positionless basketball, if you will, or versatile basketball that takes place, more guys are spread out and away from the goal. Bigger guys are not always camped in the lane, so everybody's got to rebound the ball, more so today than in past decades, because, again, the three-point shots are coming at a rapid rate. Longer rebounds are available now, so everybody's got to be attuned to rebounding the ball.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. He kicks to Morris. Over Johnson. Morris with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Celtics making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz checked in for Robert Covington. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-5 run here. Bayless deciding where to go with it. To the wing right side. Pass to Korkmaz. And the three off target. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Smart kicks to Baines. Pass to Morris. And here's Smart. Here's Baines. 6 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Rozier for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Up top, McConnell. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. That one goes. Count it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Gordon Hayward.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now here's Smart. Kicks it to Baines. They could use a bucket. Bayless grabs the board.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
Passes to Jackson. From beyond the arc, it's good from long range.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Now Rozier. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.